Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of NASCAR E5 2023 Mod Career Mode, where you are looking at the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race results from Phoenix Raceway, where it was Riley Herbst flying out there for that race and picking up the win in the Front Row Motorsports number 34 truck over Chandler Smith in second, Gio Ruggiero in third. Brent Cruz and Butterbean Queen make it 3 Tricon trucks to round out the top 5. And then Tyler Ankrum, Grant Enfinger, Ben Rhodes, Connor Hall, and Jack Wood, the top 10 there over in Phoenix. Other playoff drivers, Corey LaJoie finishes down in 13th, and a DNF for Jake Finch in 31st. Disaster start to his playoffs, as here as you see the Truck Series playoff grid. 2 races to go in the round of 8 at Bristol, Las Vegas. Ruggiero has a monstrous 54-point gap. He should be A-OK to make it to the Final 4. Chandler Smith, 15 to the good. Brendan Queen, 12 to the good. And Tyler Ankrum on the bubble, 4 points above Grant Enfinger for that final spot in the playoffs. The championship 4 rather, and then LaJoie out by 6, Ben Rhodes out by 10, and of course Jake Finch already virtually in a must-win scenario at 32 points below the cut line going into Bristol next episode. So congrats to Riley Herbst on the truck race, and the Xfinity Series also in action, but over here in Loudon, New Hampshire, where it was William Sawalich once again picking up the victory, this being his 4th win of the season over Lane Riggs, Raja Caruth, Matt DiBenedetto with a great 4th place run, and Daniel Hemrick the top 5. And then Corey Day, Parker Kligerman, Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Sieg, and Nick Sanchez round out the top 10. Other notable chase drivers, Honeycutt in 12th, Taylor Gray in 13th, Majeski and Ryan Truex back end of the top 20. Andres Perez gets a solid 19th place run, but Sammy Smith, once again, the worst playoff driver, finishing in 22nd place. So Sawalich advances to the round of 8 and the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs, joining Corey Day, both drivers with wins in this opening round. Raja Caruth and Daniel Hemrick have also clinched their spots in the round of 8 on points. Lane Riggs is all but safe. All he has to do is earn like 3 points at Bristol, and he will advance to the round of 8. Alfredo, 13 to the good, and then the bubble is extremely tight. Taylor Gray, 3 points above the cut line in 7th, and Ty Majeski on that cut line, just 2 points above Nick Sanchez, Ryan Truex, and Caden Honeycutt, who are in a 3-way tie for 9th. And then Sammy Smith, pretty much must-win scenario, 29 points below the cut line. Going to need a miracle at the last great Coliseum in Bristol. We'll see if he can pull it off next episode. Congrats to Sawalich on the win. In the background, we were preparing for today's main event, the NASCAR Cup Series USA Today 301 from the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. William Byron puts it on pole for our second race in the chase for the Cup. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin, 2 extremely fast race cars, have to start at the rear of the field with issues in practice and qualifying, so it's going to be fun to watch them come through the field. We are once again in the number 2 Powerade Ford here for Team Penske at our home racetrack here in New Hampshire, so we really want to win, especially after the disastrous end to the Southern 500 last episode, finishing down in 24th. As we're green to the inside, we go into turn 1 underneath Shane Van Gisbergen and Chris Buescher already in the top 5, working on Van Gisbergen's Honda teammate here, Ross Chastain at Trackhouse Racing for 2nd, and we will take that position away from the 1, and now just like that we are in 2nd place, chasing down William Byron for the lead on the opening lap of New Hampshire, and we dive it in here to turn 3 and 4, but we get it woed up in a tremendous corner from us here right underneath the 24 William Byron, and we have taken the lead in half a lap. We are leading the way at New Hampshire, our home track here in the round of 12. Then lap 11, Ross Chastain blows a tire from 2nd, and disaster for Trackhouse and Honda. Chastain was doing so well that whole run, running behind us in 2nd, but now it has all come apart. He is going to lose a lap and more. And then late lap 15, Daniel Suarez also blows a tire in turn 3, so that's 2 in a 5-lap span, and then gets slammed by his own teammate Michael McDowell. So Suarez going to be done for the day here in New Hampshire as he slows up Sam Mayer. This is the last lap of the stage, by the way. We lap Sam Mayer and we come through to dominate and win stage 1, leading every lap here in New Hampshire. An absolute masterclass to start the day. And we are right back on track with our 20th stage win of the season. Christopher Bell, William Byron, 2nd and 3rd. Gibbs, and how about John Hunter Nemechek rounds out the top 5. Then playoff drivers, Buescher, host of our 6th and 7th. And then SVG, Corey Heim, and Zane Smith also earned stage points. So stage one, chill for us. We just take care of business, get to the lead quickly, and then lead the rest of the way to the stage win. Now here on stage two, restarting along the inside of the 20 of Christopher Bell, who is oh so good here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, arguably his best racetrack. So many wins here. Coming Xfinity, there's the 48 of Bowman. Hard to the outside wall on lap 29, a tire failure for last race's winner. And meanwhile, he's slowing everyone down. Christian Eckes gets shoved into the pit wall by Sam Mayer. We've driven away to the lead, and we drive by Eckes, and then we don't see the 48, so just like last week, we go spinning on a slow car in the racing line for the second race in a row. What is happening to us? Absolute disaster strikes, 2 consecutive races to start the chase. Oh my goodness. Last week it was Tyler Reddick who we ran into and crashed from the lead. This week it's Bowman who we run into and crashed from the lead. That was Bell to drive away to the race lead. I'm just trying to survive whatever positions I can here with the amount of damage, and the caution comes out to save us. And that's the 45 of Tyler Reddick for the second race in a row. Blows a tire and goes crashing. And it's disaster for Tyler Reddick to start the chase. Even hit his own teammate, Bubba Wallace. That's 2 straight tire failures. So we restart 10 to go in stage 2. The furthest we've been back in the field, coming from 19th on the grid here after making the repairs, getting tires and fuel. We are driving our way by Van Gisbergen, already in the top 15. Now 3 wide with Kyle Larson and Justin Haley trying to fight our way through this pack. We know what's on the line. We got to get these positions. Now the inside of Carson Hocevar and Ryan Blaney to get into the top 10, which we do. So like that, we are back in stage 20 position. Now chasing down the rookie of Connor Zilich in that 99, continuing to impress early in this chase after missing the playoffs. Now underneath the 17 of Chris Buescher. Battling him for 8th as Buescher tries to get a bounce back from a very disappointing 25th place run in the Southern 500. So we get to the inside of Buescher here, and we will be taking 8th away. Now setting our sights on John Hunter Nemechek and William Byron. A very aggressive send into turn 3, but we make it work. Just a little bit of contact right there. 3 wide, clear Nemechek, clear Byron into 6th. And we still have the speed in this race car that allowed us to dominate the first half of this race. Now chasing down the 20 of Christopher Bell. Meanwhile, Zane Smith has taken the lead of this race in the 38 for Front Row Motorsports, having a career day here today like he was at Kentucky earlier in the season. Zane Smith showing up and showing out, knocking on the door of that first career win. Now here a 3 wide to the inside of Ryan Preece, the hometown hero as well as myself. Of course, Preece from Berlin, Connecticut. And we'll go by Preece and the 54 of Ty Gibbs. So now we are into 3rd place as Denny Hamlin, who's come from the back of the field, has charged his way into the race lead. An impressive drive from the number 11 Hamlin to the lead. We squeeze Zane Smith. We're into 2nd. Can we track down Hamlin and take the lead to win this stage here late in New Hampshire in stage number 2? So now we track down Hamlin, get to the inside of the 11, a little bit of contact in turn 3, trying to make this inside lane work. We get a great run next to the corner right there, side draft, and we do lead this lap. 4 to go in stage 2. We are battling Denny Hamlin and Zane Smith here in New Hampshire field. So here comes the 38 on the final lap of the stage. We go a little bit too wide, and Zane Smith is going to steal the stage 2 win right at the line to get his 2nd stage win of the season. We come up just short of the sweep in 2nd. Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell, and Ryan Preece are now the top 5. Ty Gibbs 6th, William Byron 7th, Nemechek 8th, Larson from the back gets 9th, and our teammate Blaney earns that final stage point, which could prove crucial in this chase for the Cup. Now we restart 27 laps to go. We have a great restart. Instantly 3 wide to the inside of Zane Smith and Denny Hamlin to get the lead back, get control of this race, which we have had for a majority of the day until that crash with Bowman in stage 2. We make a little bit of contact with Denny, squeeze him up the racetrack, and we have the momentum down the backstretch. We will clear Hamlin and reestablish ourselves in the lead. Only for a few laps later in turn 1, we go a little bit wide in the corner. Here comes Denny right back to our inside. The battle for the lead continues here in New Hampshire. We get into the wall a little bit, pushing a little bit hard. We let Hamlin go by down the back so we can send it back underneath Hamlin with a crossover into turn 3. Here battling for the lead in New Hampshire. Some great racing so far here today. Myself, Denny Hamlin, Zane Smith getting after it for the win. Ryan Preece not too far behind. We'll clear Hamlin once again. 25 to go. Another corner. We go wide once again. This time here comes the 38 of Zane Smith once again. Could Zane get that first career win? He's having a heck of a day today here in Loudon, as he's on our outside as we are battling back to him on the inside for the race lead. Some contact next to the corner, allowing the 20 of Christopher Bell to close in, Mr. New Hampshire himself. But can we get the 38? Yes, we do. We clear Zane Smith for the lead, but then we go wide. We go wide in turn 3. Zane Smith back to the inside, and Smith back to the lead again. How about Zane Smith, ladies and gentlemen? What a run he is having tonight. We are getting a little bit of contact to him in turn 1, and we absolutely dive bomb the 38, making some contact, shoving him wide. Now here comes the 20 of Christopher Bell, and we're 3 wide for the lead here in New Hampshire. Unbelievable racing for P1 here in Loudon. A tremendous race here at the Magic Mile. Myself, Zane Smith, Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Priest getting after it. The 20 of Bell now through to the lead. Now we are left battling Priest for second. We chop his nose off and entry to turn 1. We know we're going to wash up the racetrack. That was the purpose of that. Get a little bit into Bell, but now Priest to our inside. Now we're 3 wide again for the lead. Here comes Ryan Priest. We end up squeezing Bell into the wall. We were trying to drive so hard, but Ryan Priest now leading in New Hampshire for Team RFK. And we give Priest a big shot in turn 3, and around goes the 60. Priest spins from the lead, and it's absolute disaster. And he slams his teammate, Justin Haley, no less, coming back on the track. Caution is out. We have a restart now with 17 to go. We have to come back from 17th after I believe we were the only car that took 4 tires in that pit stop. A lot of other guys took 2 tires and fuel here for the strategy. So now we once again have to pass a bunch of cars. But my apologies to Priest. I did not mean to wreck him on that last run there. Just a mistake, overdriving the corner a little bit, and unfortunately Priest ended up paying the price. So we're already up to 8th place, already up like 7 spots on this restart. Just got by Connor Zilish. Now the inside, John Hunter Nemechek, who's also been having a really, really impressive run today for Legacy Motor Club in New Hampshire, running up in 8th. Now to the inside of Blaney, we will go by our teammate for 6th place. Our starting sights on the 20 of Christopher Bell and William Byron to get back into the top 5. How about Kyle Larson? Has cycled up to battling Zane Smith for a second, but Denny Hamlin is driving away in the lead of this race, trying to win his way to the round of 8 in his final full-time season of Cup Series competition, as he is driving off into the distance as we are battling Bell and Byron for position. We will clear Byron and now battle Bell for 4th. A little bit of contact right there, but we clear the 20. Into 4th we go. Now trying to find a way by Zane Smith and Kyle Larson here in New Hampshire. We get to the bumper of the 38 right there. I couldn't quite get to his inside, but we do pull a 3-wide crossover, move down the back, and into 2nd we will go, going right by Zane Smith and Kyle Larson, who's come from the back. 2-for-1 special here in New Hampshire. And now can we track down Hamlin 8/10 down the road? The answer to that question is yes. We get right to the inside of Hamlin, and a beautiful move to the inside. The fresher tires just really playing dividends here over this long run, and Hamlin though hanging tough on that outside lane, not going to let us take it away. The battle continues. You know, Denny Hamlin's giving it his all right now. 12 laps to go at the Magic Mile, and we get to the inside of Hamlin, and we this time will clear the 11 for the lead, and we are looking to drive away and set sail the victory lane in the next round of the chase. And then until lap 67, the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Second behind us, blows a tire. There goes the 11 of Hamlin. Huge playoff implications. Hamlin in second, loses a tire, goes crashing across the nose of John Hunter Nemechek, and that changes everything. Caution is out, 7 laps to go. Now we have a restart with just 4 to go. We are in the lead over Christopher Bell, Zane Smith, and then Kyle Larson, but we go wide here in turn 1, trying to just drive it down, drive away from Christopher with a bit of a slide, overcorrecting into the wall, and next to the turn 2, a huge mistake with just 4 to go. We slam the outside wall, and now Christopher Bell has had the lead handed to him, absolutely gift-wrapped, after I make another late race mistake for the second week in a row. But we get back by Larson for a second. But do we have the heart and do we have the skill to go drive back down the 20? Yes, we do. We send it. And we slam into the 20 of Christopher Bell. A few laps later, trying to get the lead back. I'm desperate. I do not want to lose this race. We've dominated. We've had the best car all day long. But it has just been a fight throughout the second half of the race. 2 to go here in New Hampshire. We clear Christopher Bell for the lead. He tries to mount a charge on the inside, but we hold him off for now. Now white flag in the air. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank here in New Hampshire, trying to hold off the 20 of Bell and Zane Smith. So we go to the corner. Bell sends it in, gives us a bump and run from the 20 of Christopher Bell, who's now in the lead with half a lap to go. In New Hampshire, can we answer back? I'm a little bit frustrated after the bumps on the 3 and 4. We go full send on the 20, run Bell wide up the racetrack. He goes, contact made, but we send it to the inside, get the grip, take the lead back, and are somehow gonna win in a thriller in New Hampshire. We win it, and we are going to the round of 8 with a huge win here at our home racetrack at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in dramatic fashion with an incredible final laps battle there with Christopher Bell. Man, that was intense. We gave it all we got. We managed to pull it off, you know. he was the one who instigated getting the fenders out. He was the one who gave us a bump and run in turn 1. So I just had to repay the favor in turn 3 by running him wide up the track to get the lead and win the race. How about that, boys and girls? What a finish, and we are now celebrating victory lane with the crew. And just a tremendous car, really incredibly fast. Can't thank Team Penske and Roger enough for building us a super fast race car. Let's go get the win in our Powerade Ford here today in Loudon. Now look at your final race results. Of course, we pick up the huge win as we get back on track for the championship. Christopher Bell, a huge points day for him in second after that great battle with myself. Zane Smith, absolute shout out. Career day for that man. Third place. Give that man his flowers. Larson and Byron, top 5 efforts. John R. Nemechek, another shout out for a non-playoff driver, having a great day in 6th. Same for Ty Gibbs in 7th. Blaney 8th. How about Ross Chastain? He blew a tire on lap 11, came back from 2 laps down to finish 9th. That is very impressive. Chase Briscoe into the top 10. Another top 15s for Heim, Zilich. Then Buscher 14th. Reddick 17th. Hocevar 20th. Elliott, Logano outside the top 20. And then Hamlin DNF'd in 35th. Disastrous day for Denny. Now the updated playoff grid. 1 race remains in the round of 12 at Bristol. The elimination race next episode. And we have a 4-way tie for 6th in points right now. As we, of course, are through with our win. Larson, Byron, Bell, pretty comfortable on points. Briscoe, 3 to the good. And then Buscher, Logano, Hamlin, and Blaney are all tied for 6th in points. Right now, that would mean only 3 of them would be able to make it on points. And then, guys, below the column, Elliott is only out by 4 points. That's completely doable. Hocevar only out by 9, also very doable. And Tyler Reddick, after all his issues, is somehow only 17 points below the cut line. So it is still completely wide open who's making it to the next round and who's not. Going to be one heck of an elimination race at Bristol next episode. Y'all better tune in. It is going to be an absolute banger. So we pick up the huge win. At the end of the video, I want to thank my channel members as always. Thank you so much to JJ, Brenda Breen, and Jeremy Isley. Really appreciate your guys' support. It means a ton to me. Helps this channel and I continue to grow, produce some awesome content. Now pushing towards 2,000 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you are watching this video or not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you want to get your shout out at the end of the video like these 3, become a paid channel member. Link is in the description down below. Until next episode for the Bristol Elimination Race, I hope you all have a good one.